Hi guys! Last time I picked up the camera, it was still December 2024, but now we are in the new year, 2025 has started, so it is time to put away the Christmas decoration as part of the cleaning up, decluttering, organizing process that I'm doing in the new year and already started in December. The Christmas tree has to go, along with the gifts. I have to put them away, and there are also still a few other areas that I would like to declutter and organize in my apartment, so tag along with me in this cleaning and organization video. Maybe it will motivate you also to clear out an area in your life that needs to be organized a little bit better than right now, to give you a clear and organized headspace so that you don't have to have anxiety about your stuff. Let's tackle this first. So I got a lot of books this Christmas. Well, not a lot, but a few. So one step is gonna be after this also to declutter and reorganize my bookshelf and put together my 2025 reading list. There is one friend, I wasn't able to meet her, so I still have her gift here, and I'm going to keep this and give it to her whenever I see her in the new year.
I am unpacking all the Christmas packages that I received as gifts and organizing them, putting the paper bags away. I'm gonna reuse them next year, and then I'm starting to take off the Christmas tree, taking off the decorations from the tree at first.
Okay, so in this box I'm going to put first all the big globes or all the big ornaments on the bottom, and then some smaller ones on the top so that they can all fit, hopefully. Let's see. I'm not sure. They were all in here, that's for sure. So they should also fit again. Now,
I was struggling to understand for a while how did I fit all the Christmas tree decor into this box before, until I realized that actually the red ones do not go in this box.
this doesn't fit like that. How did I fit this in here? I don't understand. Can't close it like that. I don't understand. Ah no, they weren't all in there. Now I remember. They were in here. Okay.
I'm also taking off the fairy lights and trying to put them into their tiny little packages that they came in, and I also made sure to take out the batteries that were in them so that I store them without the batteries. I can use the batteries throughout the year for other things, and then I can reuse the batteries because I bought rechargeable ones next year again. I am also taking off all the decorations from around the house, the other parts of the house, and then finally I'm trying to puzzle them into this one box so that they are not all over the place but condensed into just this one storage box for the rest of the year.
How is this all in here? I don't understand.
finally I am putting back the Christmas tree into its tiny little box, which went surprisingly easy. At first, when I saw the tree and I saw the size of the box, I was a bit surprised. I was a bit worried that it won't work, but here we go.
The moment I have been waiting for. I'm going to organize and declutter my books, and I'm gonna put together my new reading list. If you have been following me already last year, in December, when I was doing Vlogmas in 2023, I put together a reading list of 24 books for 2024, and I put all the titles on little papers in this little jar. In the first half year, I was pulling out which book to read from this jar. But then, of course, things happened. There were certain books that I wanted to read at certain times. For example, there was a romantic novel based in Greece, which I wanted to read when I was in Greece on holidays. Obviously, I didn't wait to pull that card, so I didn't wait to pull that out and read it in December by chance. Or there was a Christmas book that I wanted to read around Christmas time or in December. And then in between, I got new books. I was lent some books by friends, so I wanted to read those before I read the things that I can read anytime because they are mine. So I kind of fell off the bandwagon of reading the exact 24 books that I set out for myself to read, because then other books came into the picture. I still have here a lot of these little papers that I wrote down with titles that I wanted to read, and some of these I still need to read from here, but some of them I actually already read. It's just not in an order, in the sense that I didn't pull it from the jar. So I need to go through this, and anything that I already read I need to take out from this list. And then I'm going to declutter the shelf, and then I'm going to write down all the other books that I have that I would like to read in here, and I'm going to continue this method of pulling out a random book to read every time I would like to read something new, unless I am lent a book or I buy something new that I want to buy before. For example, this one I already read. I read this one. So this one now only has books that I didn't yet read, and I'm gonna go through here and declutter. There are also books in another row. There are 2 rows of books here. There are also books up there. Let's see. Okay, so I didn't read these ones. None of these I read, so I'm gonna keep those. I read this one. This was one of my 5 out of 5 reads of 2024. It was very good. I read this one. It was nice, but I don't think I would reread it, so this one I'm going to declutter. I read this one as well, and I'm going to pass it on. I read this one, but this is in Hungarian, so I don't think I can pass it on. And this is actually my mom's book, so I'm going to bring this back to my mom, actually. I read this one, and I'm going to pass it on. I read this one. This was also a very good read, 5 out of 5. I might keep this and maybe give it to some of my friends to read, because it was very good. I mean, the other 5 out of 5 read that I had in 2024, I'm also keeping. So I'm keeping both best reads from my year. I still have to read this. Read this one. This was the only book that I read in German in 2024. So I need to read more in German. I read this one. It wasn't very good, and I'm going to pass it on. I read this one, and I'm wondering if I should keep it or not. Maybe I will keep it for now. And then this one I liked so much at the end of 2022. I listened to the audiobook, and I liked it so much that I bought the physical book, and I read it, and now I'm like, I think I'm moving on from it. Maybe I will keep it for a while. I'm not ready to move on yet. But I'm ready to move on from this one. The subtle art of not giving a fuck. I anyway have the audiobook version, so I don't need the physical book, and I can probably pass it on. And everything else there I'm going to keep. I got 2 new books for Christmas. The Ikigai, I actually listened to the audiobook of this one, and The Power from Naomi Alderman, which sounds like an interesting read. So I'm looking forward to read that. But let's see what I'm bringing to the front from the back. So these 2, I got them last year, during the year. This one I already read. And I have other handful of books as well. This is the 7 Years in Tibet in German. I actually want to read this one. So these are coming in the front. This one is coming in the front. This one I already read. And then here are the other Canfluent ones. So I have to check which ones of these I didn't read. I think these 2 I didn't read yet. Okay, so this is actually a 3-part trilogy, and I have 2 of them, but I don't have the first one, which is the Säulen der Erde. So I will have to try to find that one first before I can read the second and the third one. So I have to put that on my to-buy list, I guess. These 2 I already read. I already read this one. I'm passing on these 5. I'm bringing this one back to my mom. And then let's see what I put here. Again. So these books I already read, and then, well, most of these are to be read. There are just a few, like this one, and this one that I already read, and the rest is to be read. For this trilogy I have to find the third book. The first one actually, so the third book, but it's actually the first one in the order, so I don't want to start reading these. And these ones are going back in the back. So now I'm just gonna write down a list of books that I would like to read on these post-it notes and put them in here. So they're gonna be mostly the ones from here, although some of these are already in here, so they will not be added again, obviously. So I will just have to write the ones that are not in here yet. Okay, confusion, clarification. This is not in order. This is not a trilogy. These are 2 independent books, so I don't have to buy. I just was confused because here it says this is from the author of the Säulen der Erde, and here it says this is from the author of the Säulen der Erde and the Fehler der Macht, and this is the Fehler der Macht. So I thought this is the second book and this is the third book, and then the first one is this. But no. These are 2 independent books, so they are going on the to-read list. Alright, I also would like to declutter my makeup and clean this acrylic thing because it's filthy. This is all my makeup, guys, so there is not much to declutter. I know for a fact that this one is old, so I'm gonna declutter this. This is a newer version, so I'm gonna keep that. Declutter, keep. This one I'm not using, I only use it for this thing. Maybe I could just like keep this part and not the whole thing. But if I keep this one, it will get lost. That's what will happen. That's what I'm afraid of, that it will get lost. Declutter, keep. This is very old, so I should declutter it actually. Declutter. This one I got recently, not so long ago, so I keep that one. This one is a keep. I don't know how old this is. I don't remember when I got it. I think I got it together with this one. And they are both old. What is their expiry? It doesn't say. This is keep. Is there a difference actually between this? Oh, there is for sure. This is hot red. And that one is darker. I prefer this one actually. Damn. This one is old. Oh, they're so similar. I didn't realize that. I love all of them. I just need to get new ones because these are so old. I don't like the smell of this one. It's so ugh. Plus, I got this already from a friend and it's old, so I think I'm gonna declutter that one. These one I should replace. I have such a hard time decluttering these. I mean, I don't like the color of this one, but this is a Dior lipstick and I paid so much money for it that I'm keeping it. I prefer the color of these two, but these are old. I need to replace these. I mean, I'll keep them until I replace them. These are keep. This I keep. This one is also old, but maybe not as old as some of these. I like all of these colors. Why don't I use them? But I don't like the smell of this either. Lipstick shouldn't have a smell, but this is worse. Ugh. Actually, I never use this declutter. Keep. I should use this up. Is there anything in here? I'm not sure. And then I want to also declutter this because it's very old and I basically only use this. So I need to basically replace some of my lipsticks and get a new eyeshadow palette with just like maybe 4 or 6 colors that I actually use, because out of here I was using mostly this one. Sometimes this and this from what I can see, and sometimes that and sometimes this. But there are a few like this one, and this one that I barely used, or this one. And then I don't need such a big palette then. But I first need a replacement before I can do that. Okay, so these I will keep, but they need replacement. And the rest is a keeper, and this is now going into a wood wash because it's filthy. And finally, let's look through my nail polish. Why are you upside down? A lot of these I have used lately. I have to try some of them, but for some of them I know that I want to keep them. Like this one is a keep because I used them recently. This one is a keep. This one is a keep. This one is a keep. This one is a definitely go because this color, every time I used it, it stained my nail afterwards, and my nail was yellow afterwards for a long time. So this is trash. I think this one is new as well, and these two are new. And I'm keeping these. Yeah, these are new. So I only have to try. Well, I'm pretty sure that this is okay, but I will try it. We'll have to try these 5. So let's see what happens. Okay. Okay, I think this is fine. It's fairly new, I got it maybe 2 years ago, so it should be okay. You can tell that I haven't used it in a while because it's dried in. Considering that I have something very similar, I think I'm gonna pass this on. And looking at this color is a bit too bright for me. I mean, it is still fine. I'm just not sure that the color I like. I will give it another season. Spring is coming soon and it's still fine. I mean, it's still easy to use. This one is already kind of drying out or up or whatever. And then I have two reds. The reds are always so difficult to remove. That's my issue with them. I think this one doesn't have that much in it anymore. It's so thin. So this one, I don't like the color, it's too bright. And this one I think is kind of running out of gas. There is not much left in it. So it's hard to use and make it look nice. So I might have to get a new red nail polish. Because the color of this I definitely prefer over the other one. Yeah, okay, so the red ones are both going. I will replace them and I will get something similar to this. I like this deeper red color. So, 4 going, 1 is in the test pile and the rest are staying. We are finally done decluttering. That's a new word that we should not make a trend. So I finally finished the New Year Declutter and Organization. It was a 3-episode mini-series on my channel and now I am ready to tackle 2025 with a fresh start. I am starting a new job. I have decluttered and organized everything in my apartment, my kitchen, my clothes, my linen. I decluttered my makeup, nail polish. If you haven't watched the previous episodes of this mini-series, I'm going to link them down in the description box below. Make sure to check them out. And if you like decluttering, organizing, cleaning, then definitely subscribe to my channel because I have a lot of content around those topics. Check out my other decluttering videos as well. And as always, I'm looking forward to see you at my next episodes. Press the like button and see you next week. Ciao!